Welcome back, everybody. And I'd like to say to my patrons, congratulations on a big win today. A lot of people made a lot of money on Melbourne because this was one of the easiest calls we have ever had in terms of the world of rig sports. If you're new here, yes, Aussie rules football is absolutely rigged. It's rigged the same way the NFL, the NBA, the NHL, NASCAR, the Premier League, every sport across the globe, they're all rigged the same way. It is controlled. The people who rig these games are known as the Jesuit order, who operate by the language of gematria. If you don't know what that is, stay tuned. You're going to learn in this video. It comes from Kabbalah. It has the belief that God created the world with letters, numbers, and words. And there's four base ciphers: the alphabetic order, the reverse alphabetic order, and the alphabetic order in the reverse with the rules of numerology, meaning you break every letter down to a single digit. So any word, phrase, or letter will have a numerical value attached to it. If you think this is stupid, if you think this is dumb, you can go back on my YouTube channel right here, click the videos, type in AFL. You can watch the videos from last year when we nailed Richmond over Geelong long before the grand final was set, helped people win a ton of money there, and we did so again right here. And if you want to be a part of my Patreon, I only charge $5 a month. You can sign up for it. The link is the pinned post, the pinned comment in the comment section. My Twitter, my Facebook, they're all also there. So if you're new here, welcome, and sit back and get ready to learn some truth. We're going to show you why this was in the bag for Melbourne. And I will say this: I will never say anything bad about Australians. Australians by far are the most awake people in the world. Some of the best people I know in the world are Australians. They're some of the most loyal people on my Patreon page, and I'm really glad that a lot of them won big with this game, because if an American watches this video, the first words out of their mouth will be, "This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You're a crackhead. You're a moron. You're a whatever." And there'll probably be some Aussies that'll leave comments like that too, but there's dumb people from all over the world. But you know what? Australians, you guys are more awake than anybody else in the world. I'll say that. So let's get into this video. Now, this is all about the year 1964. Okay, what we had caught was what I had said on Patreon in my video. And if you sign up for it, you can go back and watch my old videos on this. We talked about how the grand final takes place September 25th, the day leaving 97 days left in the year. Notice Toyota Premiership, Collingwood Football Club, both summed to 97. We said before the season began, expect Collingwood to be part of the script. Now, notice Melbourne won the 1964 grand final with 64 points. They won the minor premiers as the best team during the regular season table. They won that with 56 points. And then in 2021, they did it again, winning the minor premiers with 70 points. Notice what else happened in 1964 and 2021. The Summer Olympics were held in Tokyo, Japan. Just like this year, the Olympics were held in Tokyo, Japan. I don't care that it says Tokyo 2020. We all know the Olympic Games were held in the summer of 2021 because of coronavirus. Now look at this. Notice coronavirus, when you run the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology, meaning you break every letter down to a single digit, it sums to 56. When you run the alphabetic order in reverse with the rules of numerology, it sums to 70. And Melbourne won the 1964 minor premiers with 56 points. They win the 2021 minor premiers with 70 points. You see how they do this? This is called gematria, numerology. This is how these people operate. You know, again, Do the players play hard? Of course they play hard. You're not going to pay money to go out and watch players that are half-assing it. You know what I mean? These guys are actors, Same reason why you want to watch a good movie or a good sitcom. You don't want to watch a shitty sitcom or movie with a bunch of people that can't act. It's the same thing with sport. You want to watch good athletes go out and perform. And one thing about Aussie rules football, you do have to be an athlete. You have to be able to tackle. You have to be able to jump. You have to be able to kick. You have to be able to catch. You have to be able to run. You got to be an athlete. But that doesn't mean they're not actors. That doesn't mean it's not rigged. It's absolutely rigged. You think otherwise, you're wrong, period. So look at the last time Melbourne and Western played a game. They played July 24th, 2021. From July 24th to September 25th is exactly 64 days. And Melbourne wins its first grand final since 64 against Western, who they played 64 days before the grand final, when they won the 64 grand final with 64 points. When the Summer Olympics were held in Tokyo, just like they were this year. Again, you just see the astronomical odds of this. And again, go back and watch all my prior videos, all the prior videos of Zachary K. Hubbard, who goes by Gematria Effect News. Go back and watch these videos. Matter of fact, check out this book, Number Games, 9/11 to Coronavirus. Be sure to read that. It'll blow your mind. But anyway, the reason 57 matters is because it's the championship number. We talk about this number again and again and again and again and again in light of championships. That's how we knew this was in the bag for Melbourne. We said Melbourne can win their first grand final in 57 years, lock it up. And a lot of people did, and that's why they won a ton of money, and there's a bunch of happy campers right now on Patreon, including yours truly. But there's also a dark side to this, which we're going to get to in a moment. But notice how when you write out the word 57, you see how it sums to 131? So does championship, so does Super Bowl. They call the AFL Grand Final Australia's Super Bowl. Notice World Series, NBA Finals, Stanley Cup Finals, they're all 57. Last year, Manchester City clinched the Premier League title on May 11th, the 131st day of the year. Notice Collingwood is also 57, and Melbourne wins its first grand final in 57 years. If you're an American like me, this cipher, which is actually called simple English gematria, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, up to Z is 26. That cipher is on the U.S. currency. Maybe it's on the Australian currency too. I don't know, but I don't live in Australia. But the point is, this is the language the Jesuits operate by. The Jesuits control media, government, military. They're the ones that rig your sports games, the ones who have you walking around with face diapers on right now. Melbourne's being locked down by the numbers. All of these things, sports are just distractions. Isn't it a coincidence how every single time there's a catastrophic event in one of these cities, teams win championships, right? 9/11, Patriot Act, Patriots win the Super Bowl. After they rebuild New Orleans because of Katrina, the Saints win the Super Bowl. Last year we saw Chadwick Boseman, the actor who played Jackie Robinson in the movie 42, drop dead at age 42. On Jackie Robinson Day, then the Dodgers went on to win the World Series 4-2 on the anniversary of Jackie Robinson's funeral, plus a whole lot more, a million more examples. Again, read the book. Or you can go back and watch our prior videos. We talk a lot about this as well. So, Melbourne got hit with a 6.0 magnitude earthquake. Some sites were reporting 5.8, everything else. Don't forget the word championships, also 58. But notice this earthquake happened September 21st. It happened September 22nd in Australia, but it happened October 21st in the United States. And the thing is, HARP, if you're not aware, is a military technology base located in Alaska that has the ability to control the weather. Like it says right here. It's a method for altering regions of the Earth's atmosphere and ionosphere, right? Altering the Earth's atmosphere and ionosphere. That's what hurricanes, floods, tornadoes, earthquakes, that's what they do. They alter the Earth. And Harp was established August 11th, 1987. From August 11th to September 21st, 42 days, right? Melbourne, 42. Freemason, 42. Jesuit, 42. Melbourne, a very Jesuit city with a bunch of Jesuit schools and Jesuit churches. Notice the earthquake comes exactly 45 days before the grand final. Alaska sums to 45. Harp headquartered in Alaska. So is Holy Bible. The Jesuits are the Masons within the Catholic Church. And as usual, the dark side of this is a man was murdered for this championship. No, this is not disrespecting the dead. This is exposing how the cabal murders people every single year for these rigged sporting events. Even if you think it's bullshit, go back and look at the sports championships that take place. Notice how many times athletes, actors, anybody, you'll notice all these people will start dropping dead around the times of sports championships. It's like clockwork. And the sad part is it's going to happen again next year. It's already happened a bunch for the NRL, which I'm pretty sure we know who's winning that. One of the teams we said before the season would be in the grand final is there. So anyway, notice Greg Parkey, he drops dead at age 73. Premiership sums to 73. That's the 21st prime number. Melbourne scored 21 goals in this game. Notice the media, all the media outlets. Greg Parkey, if you're not aware, he played for the Western Bulldogs and the Melbourne Demons. And wouldn't you know it, when the Western Bulldogs and the Melbourne Demons are playing in the grand final, he drops dead on the day of the grand final. What a coincidence. And the media, what jersey are they showing him wearing? That's certainly not a Western Bulldogs uniform. That looks like a Melbourne Demons uniform to me. And who got the premiership? I believe it was the Melbourne Demons. So notice his birthday, April 18th, 1948, a date written 18/4 in Australia. Grand final, when you run the alphabetic order backwards, sums to 184. He dies exactly 161 days after his birthday. Premiership sums to 161. Melbourne Football Club Limited, 161. That's who won the premiership. 161 days after Parkey's birthday. So RIP to this man. Congrats to the winners on Patreon, and let's keep it going, man. So for all the haters out there, understand we just did it again. Called another sports championship correct long in advance. Helped a lot of people cash out. So you can be a hater, you can be ignorant, or you can join the community. You can be a part of the truth, and your pockets ain't going to be empty. Till next time, guys, congratulations to everyone.